What's up, everyone? This is Mitch with SC Weather. Hope y'all been having a good weekend. I'm just now getting back from Gatlinburg. Sorry I haven't made a video since Thursday, but that is why. But it looks like we're entering an active week of weather because of two things. One, and I'm talking about the southeast here. One is because of front that's going to stall out to the east. Two is because of this right here, Tropical Storm Ida, which is the 4 p.m. update, has it a 65-mile-per-hour storm moving northwest at 14 miles per hour. It is struggling right now. There's not much going on, but it is forecasted development. Check it out here. This is it. What's going on is you got some dry air in the mid-levels really disrupting the center of circulation of Ida. And it just doesn't look impressive at all. You got convection firing up to the north and northeast. But other than that, it is forecast to get its act together as it moves over here. As we can go back to the cone here, forecast to become a hurricane, maybe a low-end hurricane sometime tomorrow. So we're going to watch that. It may sustain hurricane status all the way through midweek. And it has it. Finally, this thing is going to just kind of meander out here in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but finally make landfall, possibly as a tropical storm here in north central Florida, I guess you would say, on the western coast here. But we're going to watch it. This is going to tweak a lot, but it definitely is going to provide a funnel of moisture for sure, an enhancement in moisture here in the southeast and here in South Carolina. But here we go. The models of intensity guidance here, most of them have it all tropical storm, maintaining strength all the way through the week until it makes landfall, possibly this weekend. But a lot of them definitely has it Category 1, and National Hurricane Center is talking about that, and it's forecast to become a hurricane. But here you go. Here's the spaghetti models. Pretty much follows the exact same path as the National Hurricane Center. Just kind of goes, it dips to the south and shoots back, gets caught up some steering currents, and makes landfall here in Florida. But notice some are just kind of like getting lost over here. You got to keep that in mind too, because there's some models or recent models that have had it just kind of getting lost out here and falling apart here in the Gulf of Mexico. So we got to watch that. But this is the latest GFS from 18Z. Here you go. You got Ida down here. Now watch all the moisture it gets thrown up into here, and this is because a front gets stalled out right out here. So we get an enhancement in moisture from Ida, and just a moisture from this front that stalls out. And what's going to happen is you're going to get really humid, warm, above average temperature conditions here in the southeast. But check it out, Ida kind of gets lost in here, and then it starts to shoot back northeast again. Will it strengthen? Will it become a hurricane? Tell you what, it just kind of dwindles here and stalls out. But the latest GFS doesn't even have it really making landfall. It has it kind of getting lost out there in the Gulf of Mexico and eventually just falling apart. But you know, and here's the European. If I can get it to come in here, let's see. You know what? It looks like it's taking a minute to come through. So let's just jump to the HWRF model. And check it out here. This model is aggressive again, and you can't just ignore it because it has been the GOAT. The GOAT, as in, it has been very, very accurate. It has been on its money. This Hurricane Center. It has definitely been a little bit too much at times. But check it out. The latest HWRF model has this thing be getting really strong in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Maybe pumping Category 2 status before eventually kind of starting to weaken as it drifts northeast. And here, this is Florida, that's Tampa area. And look at this, this is an all-out hurricane inching to the western coast of Florida. It's beginning to fall apart because it enters, I think, some cooler waters right in here very quickly, falls apart. But this is where the last frame of this run, 126 hours out, this Friday evening. But it really has it strengthening over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. I mean, this is a big-time hurricane. This would be a historic hurricane for sure, as Ida has already broke some historical records for how late it's developed. Let's see if this came through yet. Okay, it has. So this is the European from earlier this afternoon model, the latest operational European model. And it has basically Ida right here as we're getting into midweek. This is the if you can see it, this is the day we're at. But check it out, it makes landfall and does exactly what the cone does. It's a pretty strong storm. But man, look at this massive amount of moisture that gets thrown into the Carolinas. This is some heavy rain. And this is what I'm saying. I'm really thinking Wednesday onward to late in the week, we're going to really start to get some heavy rain. Tropical downpours in November. The humidity is going to be ridiculous the further we get into the week here, especially here in South Carolina. But check it out. Just a huge chunk of moisture from Ida gets thrown into the eastern Carolinas and eastern Georgia as it moves on out into the weekend. But, you know, this is just definitely something we need to watch. This is rainfall according to the GFS. I don't think it'd be quite as aggressive, but this is rainfall all the way through, let's say, this weekend. Latest GFS doesn't have much. It really has most of the moisture coming from the front because Ida kind of just falls apart on this latest run. But still a healthy amount of rain. This would be a healthier amount of rain for the southeast. We haven't had a whole lot of rain the past month, at least at my location here in the Midlands of South Carolina. So this is a few inches of rain over the southeast. So it's going to be a wet, cloudy, humid, warm week ahead for us for a lot of the southeast. Let's see if we can get this to come through. I don't think it is here, but this is rainfall. And according to the National Weather Service, all the way through this weekend, and you probably can't see it because the numbers are super small, but that's several inches of rain. This is a full all-out washout here in North Carolina and South Carolina. And obviously you can see the big chunk of moisture from Ida. But a lot of this rain, I think, is associated with the front. Now, it does have a pool of moisture coming up from Ida, but it's just going to be a flat-out rainy week, I think. And I want to show you this, too. This is basically how dry or how moist the air is. Obviously, you have super moist conditions here where Ida is located. And we have some semi-dry air still in place as we get into Monday. But these reds and purples and yellows, here's a good graph here. As we get deeper into the run here, we get a chunk of, look at this, this is some deep moisture that really comes into our area for November. And check out this front, the super dry air, but this is a big area of just really moist air that's just going to provide nasty humid conditions here in the southeast for November standards for really the second half of the week before it gets pushed out from the front, and then some better conditions come in for the week. So definitely prepare for a not fall-like week. This is just going to be kind of more of a September, August, not hot like in the 90s. We'll have some 80-degree days here in South Carolina, but definitely prepare just for a nasty, humid week. It is not going to be fall weather at all this week. So go on and prepare for that. And here I can show you. These are dew points. Good indication of how humid it is. Check it out as we get into Wednesday. Dew points get into the 70s in South Carolina. That is summer-like humidity. But eventually, as we get into the weekend, this is according to the GFS, some drier air is going to try to intrude in and move in and kind of really disrupt the humidity. But still, it shows, the latest GFS shows it being humid all the way through next Monday, even Tuesday, before a big-time cold front moves through 210 hours out, which is too far out to really pinpoint any kind of cold front. So we're going to be dealing with some above-average temperatures, guys. I don't think, and then I do want to show you this too. I want to show you some winds because I think it's going to be gusty here this week too. But this is the European. This is maximum wind gust. So, winds don't look to be a huge deal with this unless the HWRF model comes true. But we need to just watch it. And that's pretty much all I got, guys. Humid, warm, wet week ahead. And so just stay weather aware, stay up to date because things could change. Y'all have a blessed evening.